Welcome to the Leaders Insights podcast. Today's episode, how Uber built its ML data supply chain, lessons from the Michelangelo feature store. Uber built a feature store in 2017, and 9 years later, everyone's still copying the homework. Why did that one decision age so well?
Because they solved a boring problem before it became an expensive one. A feature, that's just an input a model learns from, like, how many trips did this rider take last week? Was being rebuilt by 5 different teams, 5 different ways, all slightly wrong. The fraud teams last week and the pricing teams last week didn't agree.
So it's a duplication problem. That doesn't sound like it deserves a whole platform.
It doesn't, until you count. Uber had teams spending most of their model building time on data plumbing, not modeling. When 2 teams compute the same number 2 different ways, one of your models is silently wrong and nobody knows which. That's not waste, that's a liability.
Give me the concrete failure. What actually breaks?
The classic one is training serving skew, a fancy way of saying your model was trained on one version of a number and shown a different version in production. You calculate average trips per week in a big overnight batch job for training. Then some engineer re-implements it live for real-time predictions, and the two drift apart. Your model degrades, and every dashboard says it's fine.
And the feature store fixes that? How exactly?
One definition, computed once, served 2 ways. Michelangelo, that's Uber's internal machine learning platform, named after the painter, let you write the feature logic in one place. The same pipeline fed both the training data and the live prediction. So the number a model learns on is provably the number it sees when it's deployed.
That's the fairy tale. What did they get wrong first?
They underestimated ownership. A shared feature is great until it breaks and nobody's on call. Early on, you get this tragedy of the commons. Everyone uses the rider trip count feature. Nobody maintains it. And when the upstream data changes, 40 models degrade at once. Uber had to bolt on governance. Who owns this? Who gets paged? What's the freshness guarantee?
So the technology was the easy part, and the org chart was the hard part.
It always is. The feature store is 30% infrastructure and 70% a contract between teams. You're telling the pricing team, trust the fraud team's definition of an active rider. That's a political act dressed up as an engineering one.
Let me push on the fashion angle. In 2026, half the industry is obsessed with large language models. Do feature stores even matter anymore?
More than ever, and I'll tell you why the hype crowd is wrong. Language models handle unstructured text, but the decisions that move money, should we approve this loan, price this ride, flag this transaction, still run on structured features about your customer. Tekton and Databricks, both vendors. So take the enthusiasm with salt. Report feature store demand growing right through the language model boom. The plumbing didn't go away because a chatbot showed up.
You mentioned vendors. Should a company buy a feature store or build one like Uber did?
Build it only if you're Uber scale and feature reuse is your bottleneck. Almost nobody is. Uber built theirs because the market was empty in 2017. Today you'd buy Tekton or use what's inside Databricks and spend your energy on the definitions, not the pipes. Building your own feature store in 2026 is like forging your own bolts to build a shed.
So the durable lesson isn't build a feature store.
No. The lesson is, define your important numbers once, assign an owner, and make everyone consume the same version. You can do that in a spreadsheet governance doc before you buy a single tool. The infrastructure just enforces a discipline you should already have.
Give me the one thing a data leader does Monday morning.
Pick your 5 most used features, the numbers that show up in the most models or reports. And ask 2 questions. Who owns each one, and is it computed the same way everywhere it's used? If you can't answer either, you've found your training serving skew before it finds you.
That's your 5. The full CDO track, structured, no fluff, is at mba-training.com.